So, let's go back in time and look at the We Believe Warriors. Let's start off first by taking a look at the team. The head coach of this organization was Don Nelson, and Chris Mullin was the executive. But now let's look at the roster. The We Believe roster consists of guys like Monte Ellis, Al Harrington, Matt Barnes, Mike Dunleavy, and of course Baron Davis, and Jason Richardson. But let's look at how the season played out. Coming into the season, the 06-07 Warriors was expected to win 40 games. So let's take a look into the season and see how many games they won. So let's take a look at the first 16 games for the 06-07 Warriors. In the first 16 games for the 06-07 Warriors, they went 9-7. In those 16 games, they averaged 106 points, 24 assists, and 8 steals. In that month, Baron Davis was the leading scorer for the Golden State Warriors. He averaged 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 8 assists, and 2 steals a night during that month. But now let's move to the next month, which is December. In the month of December, the Golden State Warriors played 16 games, but had a record of 7-9, a 2-game drop-off from the previous month. But let's look at the team stats. In that month, the Warriors averaged 105 points, 22 assists, and 7 steals. A drop-off in all 3 of those categories. But they did have a bump in free throw percentage, going from 68% to 73%. But other than that, almost everything dropped off for them in that month. But December for Matt Barnes was pretty good. He averaged 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. He picked up some slack from Jason Richardson, missing a couple of games. And in this month, Baron Davis averaged 21 points and 8 assists. And now let's move on to the next month, which is January. January was a horrible month for the Golden State Warriors. And this month, the Golden State Warriors went 5-9. And up to this point, it's their worst record they had. The Warriors was just not looking good. But let's look at some of the stats from the players. In January, Baron Davis averaged 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists, and 2 steals a night. Matt Barnes on that averaged 13 points and 6 rebounds, and almost averaging 2 steals by averaging 1.8. Mike Dunleavy this man averaged 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists, and shot 38% from the 3. Monte Ellis put up 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists, and shot 45% from the field. But with all that being said, the Warriors in the month of being 21-25, which puts them 4 games under 500. So now let's move on to February. In the 13-game span in February, the Warriors went 5-8. Again, another bad month for the Warriors. In that month, Baron Davis went out with an injury, causing him to only play 2 games. But in that 2-game stretch, he averaged 23 points and 8 assists. Coming back from an injury was Jason Richardson, but he still only played 5 games in February. But in those 5 games, he averaged 16 points and 7 rebounds, with a steal and a block a night. And for Monte Ellis, he averaged 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. He had shooting splits that month of 50, 30, and 80. He also played every game that month during February. Matt Barnes in the month of February had a little bit of a drop at averaging 8 points and 4 rebounds. And that month, his shooting splits were 39, 31, and 66. Basically the same as last month. But now let's move on to the Warriors' March. In March, the Golden State Warriors played 14 games. And in those 14 games, they went 8-6. In that month, the Golden State Warriors averaged 106 points, 40 rebounds, 24 assists, and 9 steals. Now let's talk about the players during that month. In March, Baron Davis averaged 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists with 2 steals. Jason Richardson, who played every game during this month, averaged 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. He also had shooting splits of 41, 39, and 70. Mike Dunleavy during this month was averaging 13 points and 5 rebounds. Monte Ellis took a little bit of a step back, averaging 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. But he did have shooting splits of 43, 30, and 79. But now let's move on to the absolute best month for the Warriors, the month of April. This month, every Golden State Warriors was firing on all cylinders. In the month of April, the Golden State Warriors went 8-1. In that 9-game span, the Warriors averaged 116 points, 42 rebounds, 24 assists, and 10 steals a night, and had its highest 3-point percentage of that season, shooting 30% from 3. Now let's get into what the players did during that month. In that month, Baron Davis averaged 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists, with 2 steals a night, 47% from the field, 42% from 3, and 74% from the free throw. Now let's look at Jason Richardson, where he averaged 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he had shooting percentages of 50, 46, and 72. Mike Dunleavy during this month averaged 16 points and 7 rebounds. Monte Ellis during this month averaged 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists with 2 steals. And had shooting splits of 44, 40, and 76. And with all that said, the Warriors were able to make the playoffs, putting them at the 8th seed. Playoffs, they play a team that just recently made the finals last year, the Dirk-led Mavericks. And for this part of the video, I'm going to go game by game. Of course, starting off with game 1. In game 1, the first round of the playoffs, the Warriors pull off the upset by beating the Mavs 97-85. Baron Davis had an amazing game, going for 33 points and 14 rebounds, to tag along 8 assists with that. And now the Golden State Warriors go up 1-0 heading into game 2. In game 2, the Mavs were able to tie the series. In this game, the score was 99-112. And now the series is tied 1-1. Now we head to Oakland. In Oakland, the Golden State Warriors win the game, with the score being 109-91. And now the Warriors are up 2-1 in the series. Now we head to game 4. In game 4, the Golden State Warriors win the game again, with the score being 103-99. And now they're up 3-1 in the series. And now we move to game 5. In game 5, the Warriors lose the game by 6, with the score being 118-112. And now we head back to Oakland. We are now in Oakland. It's game 6. The Mavs are looking to keep their season alive, and the Warriors are looking to advance to the second round. And for the Warriors, they do just that, advancing to the second round, pulling off the upset, beating the team that just made its finals a year prior. The score for that game was 111-86. The We Believe Warriors now advanced to the second round of the playoffs. In the second round of the playoffs, they played the Utah Jazz. For this series, the Warriors were only able to pull off one win and end up losing in 5, which puts an end to the We Believe Warriors. A feel-good season for them, and now they look towards the future. That's all I got for this video. I'm out.